Every dog owner wonders at some point, does my dog actually love me, or is it just food and routine keeping them by my side? Well, the answer is finally here. Scientists have uncovered 10 undeniable reasons your dog keeps checking on you, not just because they're hungry. And here's the best part. Some of these reasons are so subtle, you might not even realize your dog is showing them. And trust me, when you hear reason number 8, you'll look at your dog in a completely new way. It's a reason that shows how deeply your dog is emotionally attached to you. So, before we dive in, take a guess. How many of these reasons do you think your dog shows? Comment below and let's see how many true dog lovers can guess them all. Number 1. Bonding with their pack. Now, you might think that your dog is just checking on you because they want food or attention, but the truth is, it's much deeper than that. Dogs are natural pack animals, and just like wolves, they are deeply driven by the need to stay close to their family, their pack. And in their eyes, you, their human, are a key part of that pack. So when your dog keeps checking on you, they're not just being nosy or clingy. What they're doing is making sure they stay emotionally connected to their pack. Imagine how a wolf would keep tabs on the rest of the pack, always checking in, making sure everyone is in the same place, and ensuring no one is left behind. This is the same instinct your dog has, just with you. You see, dogs don't just follow you around for the fun of it. They're hardwired to want to stay close to you, the pack leader. In the wild, staying close to the pack provides safety, comfort, and strength. Similarly, your dog's need to be near you is their way of maintaining that emotional bond. If they're checking on you throughout the day, it's because they want to make sure that you're okay, and they want to maintain that connection with you. When your dog follows you from room to room, it might look like a simple habit, but it's actually part of their instinct to stay in proximity to their leader. Think of it as a sign of respect and attachment. They want to be where you are, and they want to be part of everything you do. It's their way of staying emotionally and physically in tune with you. Now, don't mistake this behavior for dependency. It's not just about food or routine. And here's the kicker. This bonding is not just a one-way street. The more your dog checks on you, the more they reinforce that connection. The more you acknowledge them, the more you strengthen the bond between you and your furry friend. So, when your dog checks in on you, it's not just about physical presence. It's about emotional attachment, loyalty, and a desire to maintain the special bond you share. Number 2. Seeking attention or affection. It's no secret that dogs love affection, and if your dog keeps checking on you, it might simply be their way of saying, "Hey, I need some love." Dogs are incredibly social creatures, and just like humans, they thrive on connection. It's in their nature to want to bond with the ones they love. Think about it. How many times has your dog nudged you with their nose or pawed at your lap just as you sat down? How often does your dog look at you with those big eyes, practically pleading for a belly rub or a scratch behind the ears? When your dog checks on you in these ways, it's a signal that they want more than just physical proximity. They're reaching out to you for that deep, affectionate connection. You see, dogs don't just want to be around us for food or treats, though those are definitely a bonus. They want to feel emotionally connected to us. And this is a huge reason why dogs check on their humans, because they are looking for reassurance, love, and that comforting touch that strengthens the bond between you. They've learned that when they check in on you, they often get that much-needed affection in return. But let's dive deeper into why this happens. Dogs are social animals, and they are wired to form strong bonds with their pack members. To dogs, you are part of their pack, their family. And just as you might seek out your loved ones when you want to feel comforted or loved, your dog seeks out you for the same reasons. Checking on you is their way of ensuring that you're there for them emotionally. It's not just a simple request for attention, it's an emotional need. Here's the thing. Dogs have learned that humans are a source of both physical comfort and emotional support. If your dog feels stressed, anxious, or uncertain, they will often come to you for reassurance. Your touch, your voice, and your presence have a calming effect on them. In fact, research has shown that when dogs interact with their owners in an affectionate way, it releases oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds mothers and children. This love hormone promotes feelings of trust, comfort, and happiness in both the dog and the human. It's no wonder your dog seeks out your attention so often. Think of the moments when your dog comes over and nudges you for affection, even when you're busy. They're not just being needy, they're craving that emotional connection. It's their way of saying, I love you, and I want to feel that bond with you. Even when you're doing something like reading, watching TV, or cooking, your dog checks on you because they want to be involved in your world. They want to make sure you're aware that they're still there and still deeply connected to you. And let's talk about when your dog checks on you after you've been gone. In essence, when your dog checks on you, it's their way of saying, I love you and I need you. It's an invitation for connection, an open door for bonding. So the next time your dog nudges you for attention, don't just think of it as a simple request for a scratch. Think of it as a heartfelt plea for emotional closeness, a sign that your dog wants to feel your love and share in that beautiful bond you both have. Number 3. Ensuring you're safe. You see, dogs are hardwired to protect the ones they love. It's instinctive. In the wild, wolves would always stay close to their pack, keeping alert to any signs of danger. Over thousands of years of domestication, this instinct hasn't gone away. Your dog still has that primal urge to keep you safe, even if their job is no longer to protect the pack from predators. When your dog checks on you, especially in situations that seem out of the ordinary, it's often because they sense something isn't right, and they want to make sure you're okay. Think about when you're at home, maybe moving about in a quiet space or near an open door. Your dog might place themselves between you and the doorway, or they may stand between you and something unfamiliar, like a visitor or another animal. This isn't just a sign of loyalty. It's your dog's way of saying, I've got your back. They are literally putting themselves in between you and any potential threat, whether that's an actual danger or just something that makes them feel uneasy. And here's an interesting fact. Dogs have heightened senses, especially their sense of hearing and smell. They can pick up on sounds or detect things that we simply can't. A dog might hear someone approaching the door before you even know they're there, or they might notice a change in the air when something feels off. These heightened senses drive them to keep a close watch over you. It's their way of protecting their territory, and more importantly, protecting you. Think about how your dog might act when you go out for a walk. They're not just walking beside you. They're scanning the environment, constantly checking around to make sure everything is okay. When you encounter a new situation, whether it's a busy street, a loud noise, or another person, your dog's first instinct is to assess the situation, and if they think something's wrong, they'll position themselves between you and whatever they're worried about. This is their way of looking out for you, using their instincts to protect you from potential harm. Number 4. They're bored and need something to do. Dogs, just like us, need mental stimulation and engagement to stay happy and healthy. If your dog is constantly checking on you, it could be because they're looking for something fun to do, whether that's a game, a walk, or even just your attention. After all, a bored dog is not a happy dog. Dogs are naturally curious and playful, and without enough to keep them busy, they'll start looking to you for entertainment. They may follow you from room to room or keep nudging you with their nose because they know you're their source of fun. It's not just about wanting attention. It's about finding ways to stay engaged, and they're hoping you'll be their playmate. If you notice your dog starting to follow you more often, especially when they're not getting enough mental or physical exercise, it's a clear sign that they're trying to engage you in something that will satisfy their need for stimulation. Number 5. Reassuring themselves. If your dogs suddenly lose sight of you, they might check in just to make sure everything is okay. It's not always about needing something from you. It's about finding comfort and reassurance in your presence. When a dog checks on you like this, it's often their way of making sure that you're still around and that nothing is out of the ordinary. Think of it as their way of checking the status quo. When they glance over at you, they're looking for that reassurance that everything is normal, especially in unfamiliar situations or environments. This behavior is especially common if there's a change in their routine or an unexpected situation. Whether you're out of their sight for a few minutes or there's a disruption in the home, your dog checks on you because they're seeking comfort and confirming that their world is still stable. Number 6. They're trying to communicate. Whether it's asking for food, wanting attention, or just letting you know they need something, checking in is their way of starting a conversation. After all, dogs don't have words, but they're incredibly skilled at getting their message across. Think about how your dog might look at you, tilt their head, or bark when they want something. When they check on you, it's often a sign that they're trying to tell you something important. Maybe it's time for their walk, or they might be telling you they're hungry or thirsty. If they nudge you or paw at your lap, they're communicating a clear desire for your attention. They've learned that by checking in on you, they can get the response they're seeking. Dogs communicate with us through body language, vocalizations, and behavior, and checking on you is one of the most direct ways they start this conversation. It's not just random, it's a calculated attempt to get your attention and express their needs. Whether they're wagging their tail excitedly, giving you those big puppy dog eyes, or gently pawing at you, your dog is trying to tell you something. They're saying, "Hey, I need you." What's fascinating is that dogs can learn what behaviors get them the response they want. If your dog consistently checks on you and you respond with a treat, a walk, or some affection, they will continue to check on you because they've realized that it's an effective way of communicating their needs. It's their way of saying, "I know you understand me, and I trust you to help me get what I need." Number 7. They're worried about you. They don't just notice when you're happy or excited. They can sense when something's wrong. If your dog is constantly checking on you, especially when you're feeling stressed, upset, or unwell, it's because they're worried about you. It's their way of saying, "Are you okay? I'm here if you need me." Dogs have an extraordinary ability to pick up on subtle changes in our behavior and body language. When you're feeling down, your dog can detect these emotional shifts, even when you don't say a word. They can sense the tension in your body, the change in your voice, or even the way you carry yourself. And when they see or feel these changes, their natural instinct is to come over and check in on you. It's like their emotional radar is always on, constantly monitoring your well-being. If you've ever noticed your dog sitting quietly by your side when you're feeling under the weather, or following you around when you seem stressed, it's because they want to comfort you. Dogs have an amazing way of offering silent support. When you're upset, they instinctively move closer to you because they know that being near you will help you feel better. This isn't just a behavior, it's emotional intelligence in action. They want to be there for you, to provide comfort, and to reassure you that you're not alone. And here's the thing. Your dog isn't just worried about your physical state. They're just as attuned to your emotional health. If you're feeling anxious or sad, your dog may act more protective or clingy. They might follow you more closely, sit on your lap, or nuzzle your hand. Anything to give you that comforting presence that lets you know they care. It's their way of offering emotional support in the most unconditional, nonverbal way. So, the next time your dog checks on you during a tough day, or when you're feeling down, remember this. It's not just because they're looking for attention or a treat. It's because they truly care about you. They are emotionally invested in your well-being, and they're offering you comfort in their own special way. It's one of the many beautiful ways dogs show their love and devotion to their humans. Number 8. They want to join in your activity. Let's face it, dogs love to be involved in everything we do, and when they check on you, it could be because they sense you're about to do something fun or exciting. Whether you're grabbing your keys, picking up a leash, or just moving toward the kitchen, your dog knows that this could be their chance to join the action. Dogs are incredibly perceptive, and they've learned to associate certain actions with activities that they enjoy. So, when you stand up and grab your coat, or when you reach for the leash, your dog instantly recognizes these cues and checks in on you. It's like a little light bulb goes off in their head. Are we going outside? Is it time for a walk? Are we going to play? They're watching you closely because they want to make sure they don't miss out on any fun. Think about how your dog acts when they see you preparing their favorite meal or grabbing their toy. They become instantaneously excited, wagging their tail and trying to get your attention. This is them checking in to see if they're invited to join in on your plans. And it's not just about food or play, they simply want to be part of your world. Whether it's relaxing on the couch with you or going for an adventure outside, they want to be there, participating in whatever activity you're about to do. So next time your dog eagerly checks in when you're about to do something, know this. It's not just about food or a walk. It's about their desire to connect with you. They want to share these moments with you, and they know that when they're by your side, they are part of something meaningful. It's not just about the activity, It's about being together. Number 9. They're just so attuned to you. When your dog is constantly checking on you, it's not just out of habit, it's because they are in tune with you on a much deeper level. They notice the smallest shifts in your mood, and their behavior reflects that connection. Dogs have an extraordinary ability to pick up on subtle cues from their owners. Whether it's the way you move, the tone of your voice, or even how you're feeling on a particular day, your dog can sense it all. When you're feeling down, anxious, or even excited, your dog will often react accordingly, sometimes following you around, sometimes staying close by, or sometimes even mimicking your actions. They are so in tune with you that they instinctively want to stay close, checking on you to make sure everything is all right. This heightened sensitivity is one of the many reasons dogs make such incredible companions. This isn't just a random behavior, it's a direct response to the way you're feeling. They can feel your emotions and are instinctively trying to offer support. They're checking on you because they know that's what you need in that moment. So when your dog checks on you repeatedly throughout the day, it's because they're deeply connected to you, physically, emotionally, and even energetically. They are constantly tuned into your presence, your needs, and your feelings, offering their love and companionship in return for the bond you share. It's their way of saying, I'm here for you, I'm with you, and I'm always in tune with you. Number 10, the bond is just that strong. By now, you've seen that when your dog checks on you, it's about much more than just needing food or attention. It's about the deep, unshakable connection you share. The reason your dog keeps checking on you, even when everything seems perfectly fine, is simply because they love you, and that bond is stronger than anything else. Dogs are incredibly loyal creatures, and over time, they form an emotional attachment to their humans that is unparalleled. When your dog checks on you throughout the day, it's not just a habit, it's a reflection of the bond you've built together. They're looking at you not just as their owner, but as part of their family. You are the person they want to be with, no matter what you're doing, where you're going, or how much time you spend apart. This bond is so strong that your dog instinctively seeks to stay close to you. It's not about convenience or routine. It's about the comfort and security they find in your presence. Dogs thrive on connection, and once they form that emotional attachment with you, they seek to maintain it every single day. They check on you because they know you're their person, and being with you makes them feel happy, safe, and secure. Think of all the moments you've shared with your dog, the walks, the playtime, the quiet evenings on the couch, the companionship during tough days. Every single moment contributes to that emotional bond, and every time your dog checks on you, it's their way of reaffirming that connection. They're not just checking in. They're saying, I love you, and I need to be with you. This bond doesn't just benefit them, it benefits you too. The more your dog checks in on you, the more they reinforce that deep mutual connection. It's a reminder that your dog isn't just there for food or a treat. They're there because they're attached to you, and you're a central part of their life. Here you have it. 10 surprising reasons your dog keeps checking on you. Did any of these reasons surprise you? Does your dog do any of these things? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more heartwarming dog content.